It is definitely hot outside. It is time for as much air conditioning as I can possibly pack into our home, and I'm thrilled that I was just gifted this portable air conditioner. So let's unbox it, set it up, and go over all the features. Now this is the COWSAR 8000 BTU AC. It has a nice long cord that is almost 6 feet long. Keep in mind that ACs have grounded cords. I love how easy this is to roll around. It's a very clean AC, easy to pick up with these handles as well, though it is heavy. And keep in mind that when you unbox it, if you take down the sides, you can actually lift the box straight up over it instead of having to pull it out of the box. Really nice. On the back, you're going to see your ventilation and your drainage. Now this is where it's going to pull in the air from your space. And there are a few stickers, so definitely go around and make sure all the tape is off. And you can pop this open. And you will want to pop this open from time to time to clean this filter, as it will pull any dust and debris in your air onto this filter to prevent it to go into the condenser coils. Now down here, it's not pulling air in. This is just to help the air conditioner breathe, though it does shoot most of the hot air out right here. It is always running, so it just has more openings. Right here, you will see a drainage. This is for continuous drainage if you are in a high humidity area or have this ability to do it. It's really nice just to add a tubing here, and then it will continuously drain any condensation it collects. But if you're in a low humidity area like I am, or just don't have an easy way to drain it continuously, at the bottom it has another drain, and this is to empty it when needed. And it will alert you when it needs to be emptied. Where I live, we can often never have to empty it because these are also self-evaporative. So as long as the humidity is not too high, it will work to evaporate any water it collects into the air that it ports outside. So you may never have to deal with it, just something to keep in mind. And the front is really nice and clean, just a few more pieces of tape. And once all the tape is off, you can see these louvers. There are louvers that go up and down, and then there's other ones in here that you can aim in whatever direction in the space you want, left or right. These all look like manual louvers, so you will just want to set them where you want. And on the top, it has instructions on how to install it to your window and all of the controls. And it does come with the drainage pipe to use in either point. Now to install, the first thing is this is your window kit. This is an expandable piece of plastic, so you can expand it to the length of your window. I am not going to be cutting this, but you would need to cut it because this opening needs to stay open. And as you can see, for most windows, this is more length than you'll need. So you'll cut this piece of plastic shorter, so it gives you just as much as you need to keep this open. Just keep that in mind. I know some people get confused by this as they'll put it in their window and it will block this opening, and that is intentional. It's meant for you to cut it. It might not be the easiest to cut, but you can cut it. So I'm just going to use this piece on my window, and then how this works is I will attach this to the back. This is your exhaust pipe, and it just slides in on this exhaust opening right here. It's not the easiest to slide in at an angle, but once you get it in, it will hook in. This is wonderful as it's fully adjustable. You can expand it, and then when you're not using the portable AC, say in the winter, you can compress this back down. Let me show you. Expanded. Compress back down. And then the last piece is you want to add this adapter to the other end, as this will hook into the window kit. And all you want to do is get it on top, and we're ready to go. Now I'm going to add it to this window right here. Just pop it open, stick in this piece of the window kit. And again, this gap is expected right now because I'm not installing the full piece. I would need to cut this down to size so it fit that gap. And once you have it in, I also recommend getting weather stripping tape just to have it be fully sealed. You can always remove that once you're done for the season. And then I'll just hook it in, and then I just need to hook this on, And again, this is going to pop out while I do this since I don't have it fully installed. And there we go, temporary installation to test out the AC. Now all I need to do is roll it to where I want it to be and plug it in. And now it is running with the fan on high. I was just having my hair blow in it. It has really nice fan power. I love that I can control whether it's blowing up or down, and I can control these interior louvers to move it more. I'll stop talking for just a moment so you can hear it. And I do want to preface that the sound you're hearing is just my recording, which is not going to be too accurate, but people always ask me to be silent for a moment so you can hear it, so I did. Now I'm going to show you the features on the top. Let's check those out. Now on the top you have control of your fan speed, so I'm going to drop it down to low. The difference is noticeable. On mode, right now I'm just on fan. I can also go to air conditioning or dehumidifying. So I can do all three. I'm going to go to AC now. And when you go to AC, it is actually going to add a different noise as it's whirring. And then with air conditioning, I can choose the temp I want it to be by going up or down. And then once I have set my temp, it's going to flash a while, and then that should just hold. So now it's going to aim for 67 degrees. And then finally you have the timer. When you press the timer, you can choose so many hours until it's going to turn off. You can also set the timer when it is off to tell it to turn on in so many hours. So it gives you the control both ways. Now the air coming out of it is nice and cool, not ice cold, but really quite nice. It is definitely running the heat out the window. This exhaust pipe can get warm over time. That's normal. The whole point is that it needs to be blowing the majority of the heat out of the home, keep that window completely sealed, and then the interior space will stay cooler. Now again, this is an 8,000 BTU air conditioner, the COWSAR, and so it's designed for like 350 square feet. If you are running it in a large space like I am, it's not going to fully cool the space, but it could be great as a personal space cooler, like next to your desk, for example. If you have a 350 square foot space that you want this to actually cool, you'll need to keep the doors closed. Don't let heat come in from other parts of the house, and it will do its job. It definitely checks all the boxes for what I expect to see in an air conditioner. It is certified. It has its Energy Guide rating. And of course it has a remote, so you can control this even when you're far away from it. The COWSAR air conditioner, solid all around.